YouTube, welcome back. Let's look at some of the interesting articles that came out through this week. Let's see, now that the government's done, that's what the central bank said they had to do to be eligible to revalue the currency, was finish the formation of the government. They did. They did that about a week and a half ago. Okay, let's look at what the latest articles are telling us to even see. Are they even being suggestive that they plan to revalue the currency? And first off, here's what I will tell you guys. Iraq cannot and is not even eligible to revalue the currency in the middle of a budget period. Okay, Iraq had a brand new budget period that started October 1st, which is their 7th month. It's the second half of the year. Okay, and so Iraq cannot change the rate in the middle of a budget period. Okay, now here's what I will tell you. Iraq did release some very interesting information regarding this budget period in the middle of this week. And if you notice, you won't find that information in today's video. That's the information I charge for. That article stated exactly what their plans and intentions are with this food insecurity law. So if you had access, literally, I kid you not, if you had access to that information, you would know exactly when they plan to revalue the currency. It's tells you exactly what they're going to do with the food insecurity law, what their intentions are. It tells you how long that the food insecurity law will be active and implemented for. If you knew that information, you would know exactly when they plan to revalue the currency, guys. It's that simple, okay? Let's look at, here's the articles I am going to show you guys. And by the way, all these articles I'm going to show you are just complete BS and untruthful. If you want the truth in this, you're welcome to join me on Patreon, and I'll bring you the truth. None of this is truth, guys. This is all just hot air and BS, okay? I will bring you the truth on Patreon, and I'm going to put a link. I'll put a Patreon link below the video for you guys, okay, on YouTube. All right, but again, this is all BS. If you want the truth, join us on Patreon. And I have reduced the monthly costs and fees on there, okay? They were reduced. Parliamentary Finance clarifies the return of the dollar exchange rate. The dollar exchange rate is related to the decisions of the central bank, pointing out that the bank has assurances that the exchange rate will continue without any change, at least during the next year. Okay. Cougar told information going towards changing the dollar exchange rate is not possible, and this matter was confirmed by the central bank and is the official authority concerned with this issue. He added, the central bank's assurances of the continuation of the current exchange rate indicate that the exchange rate will continue to be in its position in the coming year without causing any change. The talk by some deputies about going towards reducing the value of the dollar exchange rate is nothing but statements, especially since there are those who do not know the official authority authorized to bring about this change. So in this article, they're very clearly stating the exchange rate will continue without any change, at least during the next year. Okay, according to this article, they have no intentions of adjusting the exchange rate. Okay, right here, an economist shows the period needed to restore the exchange rate. These are its effects. Look at the red highlight, guys. Returning the dollar exchange rate to what it was previously is not possible. Again, returning the dollar exchange rate to what it was previously is not possible, especially at the present time, noting that according to laws and economic norms, we need at least 5 years between each rate change and another. Last rate change, so they're stating here that they need at least 5 years between each rate change and another. The last rate change occurred in 2020, so they need at least 5 years in between. So the next rate change, guys, according to this, cannot even occur until 2026. Okay? Now, here's another one. Every time you hear the politicians talk, they're telling you that they want the dollar exchange rate reduced a little bit usually closer to around 1,200, which is where it was around when they devalued the currency in 1190, guys. All these articles are untruthful BS. Okay, but again, you're in the middle of a budget period right now, so they can't revalue the currency during the middle of a budget period because budgets are calculated off the value of the currency. Okay, if they were to try to change the exchange rate in the middle of a budget, they would have to amend that budget and plug new new numbers and values into the budget. That's the only way they can do it. Right now, they don't have any intentions of amending the budget. That's not what their intentions are. They recently stated earlier this past week exactly what their intentions are with the supplementary budget of the food and security law. And if you knew what they were going to do with that budget, you would know exactly when they plan to revalue the currency, guys. It's all out there. You just have to know where to find it. That's where we come in. And I will promise you guys right now, I've already been to, in fact, I'll even just go there. Here's Dinar Guru, okay? Let's refresh this. Let's look at what other gurus are saying. Let's look at if any other gurus even comment on anything to do, say, with the, let's see if they comment on the food and security law, on any budgets. Let's see what the latest understanding is from other Dinar investment content creators out there. Nader, it's been since December last year. I didn't see this line exchange rate going upward, and I'm excited about it. Something is happening. It's weird about no news today for the Iraq dinar. Says that the Iraq dinar is going up. Mountain Goat, almost all articles today in the news are talking about the exchange rate, the dollar coincide. Nothing, absolutely nothing there. Mark Z, if the Kuwait rate is 3+, wouldn't Iraq's be similar? I think Kuwait's rate is around 335, and yes, they want it close to parity. Pimpy, once again, they're talking about the dollar exchange rate. The interesting thing is back and forth about whether or not solders the coordinating framework. Again, nothing about the current budget or budget period regarding the food and security law. Militiaman, nothing there. Mark Z, guys, nobody's talking about it. That means absolutely no one saw it or noticed it. And again, it was not even, this was a lengthy article, and you actually had to read it to find this golden nugget right inside the article. And the title had nothing to do with it. So we caught it, and we've shared it. So my whole Patreon crew knows exactly where this stands and exactly when the rate's going to change, guys. So, hey, I wish you the best. You do what's best for you guys. Take care and have a great, amazing day. Have a good one.